So I loved Jesus as a child. But in spite of growing up in a church, I didn't know Jesus. I didn't have any relationship with Jesus. I didn't know how to pray. And that's because it wasn't reinforced in my home. My parents loved each other, but came from different religious backgrounds. She was Roman Catholic, he was Baptist. And her decision not to raise the children Catholic led to her excommunication from the church that had been a great source of comfort to her. And my father's decision to marry a Catholic led most of his Baptist relatives to disown him. And then my mom and dad agreed with each other that neither one of them would impose a religion on the children. And my father instantly broke that by taking us to the Episcopal Church. This led to arguments, which they held in the living room and we upstairs had to listen to at night. And a lot of that was just one of the topics of the arguments. Those arguments led me to feel alone in the universe, like I had no protectors. And I withdrew, became very solitary, and did not know how to make friends, did not feel like, I don't think I felt like I deserved friends. So that was my life, alone, and very afraid. So I became very accommodating. I tried to be the peacemaker, the somebody who would listen well. So I graduated from college, 1964, with no skills and no ambition. And so I thought, well, the next thing to do is die. And so I tried to join the Army, thinking they would take care of that for me. A friend intervened and helped me to back away from that objective. And the war on poverty was started, and a domestic Peace Corps was created called VISTA, which I joined. And that took me to the Navajo reservation. And Diane, my wife, to-be, was going through a similar process in her life. And a year later, she wound up assigned to VISTA on the Navajo reservation, and that's where we met. We were, neither one of us, well prepared for life, let alone marriage. And so after 7 years of marriage, or less than 7 years of marriage, we just couldn't hang together anymore. And so we separated for several years. Right at that moment, that juncture, God came into Diane's life. And I thought it was just another one of those fads that was happening to her, or that she was taking up now that we were in California, which was full of fads. And I ignored it as long as I could, but I saw God transform her life. I saw it, and I couldn't deny it. I dug my heels in for as long as I could, 16 years. She had to wait with me with my heels dug in until I finally surrendered. And God had told her, don't push him. And she was obedient, thank God. And then 16 years later, 1991, Father's Day, I finally gave it up. Along the way, I'd been in Al-Anon, and in any 12-step program, you were eventually encouraged to turn something over to a higher power, which is what they call prayer. And so I prayed, and the prayer was answered. So that helped push me along. Well, now, I've never been really ambitious, had much connection with the world itself, and I have even less so now. I'm more distant from worldly ambition than I ever was. And I can only say that on a good day. I'm reading the Bible, I'm praying, and more importantly, doing what God tells me to do. God is making me into the Jonathan that He wants me to be, slowly. And He gave me John 13 and 34. Love one another. As I have loved you, love one another. And He's got me focused on that. And on a good day, that's what I do. That's it.